Hello, welcome to Take Two Tuesday. Hi, my name's Ken. I'm here at the Stamps of Life in Southern California. Welcome. I hope all of you are having a wonderful Tuesday. Welcome to all of you. Say hi, hello to a few people here in the chat. I see Vera's here and Barbara, our early people. Welcome to you. And Sylvie's here, of course. Jean and Linda. Hi, Linda. Jan, welcome all of you to Take Two Tuesday. Frank and Sharon, hey again. Where are you now? In New Mexico. I just saw Frank and Sharon on Saturday at our store day. I want to welcome all of you. Looking forward to having some fun today here at Take Two Tuesday. If you are new, I hope there are some new viewers. Make sure you jump in the chat. Let us know you're here and watching, and you can say, hey, this is the first time I'm watching, or I'm a new viewer. We love to have new people here, and I'll ask questions here or there. It really helps if everybody participates. It makes it way more fun, because otherwise it's just me and a camera, and that's kind of boring. But here at Take Two Tuesday, what we do is we hang out once a week and we look at items here from the Stamps of Life. The Stamps of Life, if you're not familiar with us, we been around for 16 years. We are a card making, stamping, paper crafting company. You can only use a lot of our products on scrapbook pages. So if you're like hands-on crafty, you like to do stuff like that, this is the place to be. So what we do is Take Two Tuesday. We call it Take Two because we're going back in time and looking at some items from the past. Most of these items are 3 to 4 years. Sometimes we find something that's even further back, but we look at some items that maybe a lot of you have never seen because you're new to us. And then a lot of you who have been with us for some time, you have these items already. So it's kind of a review, catch up for you, and a reminder that you want to break these items out and use them. So we are going to have some fun. I have some updates here to get to you. We'll do that first. Then we have a couple of die sets to look at, a card base, a stand-up, which will be real nice. And then we're going to do a Slimline panel. And in between, we'll have some questions. I have a game, a fun fact. Well, it's a game, a breakfast quiz, a breakfast quiz. So we'll see how we do on that. And then we're going to talk about days to celebrate. That'll be a little bit later. So we always want to have something to celebrate. We should always be celebrating no matter what, because we all are blessed. We have a lot to be thankful for and grateful for, and so many good things going on in our lives. So we always want to be celebrating that and just enjoying those blessings and all those good things. But sometimes they put these special days on the calendar, so we'll go through those. Now, some of them are good ones, and some of them are kind of weird, and some of them are, well, why would you celebrate that? But maybe somebody, it's their thing, so they really like it. But a lot of time they're like food related or fun related, so you can't go wrong with those kind of celebrations. So we'll do that. We'll take a look at those. What else? Oh, at the end, we will do our good news segment. We'll have a little Bible devotional. We are in 1 Corinthians chapter 9. We'll look at a verse from there and a little bit of the passage that follows the verse to connect it all together. And it really, that's what it's going to kind of talk about, that to God, all people are important. And so they should be important to us as well. And we want to reach out to them with God's love. So we're going to talk about how we can do that today. All right. For fun, I see a few more of you have jumped in. So hi, Barbara and Jelaine and Teresa, Danielle. Welcome all of you. Karen, great to have you here. For fun question, since we're going to do that breakfast quiz, I thought I'd pop this question in before we get started. What is your favorite breakfast food, meal? What's your go-to for breakfast time? And I thought of a bunch of examples, and I could eat all of these, not at once, but all of these. So like just a hot bowl of cereal or a cold bowl of cereal. You could have bacon and eggs or sausage and eggs, omelets, pancakes, French toast, regular, just plain old toast. Maybe you put jelly or honey or something. What do you like to have for breakfast to start off your day? Maybe your yogurt, whatever it is. I can't think of everything, but I thought of some of the ones I like. What is your favorite way to start off the day at breakfast time? Now, normally I don't eat breakfast. I kind of just get work in and I'll have some soda or something. This is after I've been awake for a while, but I usually don't eat breakfast. But that being said, I do like breakfast just about any time of the day, which is maybe weird to some people, but I could eat breakfast just about any time of the day. So, yep, lots of breakfast food is good. Let's see. So we've got that. Let's see what our answers are. I think we've got some breakfast eaters out there. Now, they're all good. You can't go wrong with any of these. So Danielle says she likes pancakes. Danielle says this is her all-time favorite food. You know what? I like pancakes too. French toast, yes. Every once in a while I'll make that at home. I have not done it for a while. Hi, Renee. I see you're jumping in there. Everybody make sure you jump in. No, if you miss this live, you can still answer any of our questions down in the comment section below, okay? Jean says bacon and eggs or steak and eggs. Yum. We were at some place the other day and they had country fried steak and eggs. I was wondering if that would be good. Let's see. Could you show us? Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that. Friend, me, myself, and I'm going to run down some stuff. Barbara, cottage cheese with, what is it? With fruit. Yum. Going healthy there. And Teresa's got bacon, eggs, cheese Sammy. What is a cheese Sammy? Or pancakes and bacon? Is cheese, bacon, eggs, cheese Sammy? Oh, I get it. Like a bacon breakfast sandwich in the morning. Got it. Buttermilk pancakes for Sylvie. Anita says bacon and eggs, cheese biscuit sandwich. Yep. Chick-fil-A, chicken breakfast. Yeah, I've never had breakfast at Chick-fil-A, but I think a lot of people do. Bacon and egg sandwiches, Veer, Janet's eggs, waffles, hash browns, everything. I like whatever I had for dinner the night before for breakfast. Wow. Now that's something I usually don't eat. Like some people can eat pizza for breakfast or cold pizza for breakfast. That's just not my thing. If you like it, good. Hello, Dawn. She says she's working from home. Teresa's got bagels. And Renee says bacon. Yeah, you can't go wrong with bacon. Jennifer, blueberry pancakes and bacon. Yum. And then Dawn says French toast with bacon and an omelet too. And breakfast burrito. Oh, yeah, breakfast burrito, Barbara. Awesome. So you guys have some good ones. You're all making me hungry. You are all making me hungry. Let's see. Before I forget, a few things. Oh, my lights are not on here. So give me 1 second to get things going on in this section. See these cool little lights I have? Whoa, it'll look bright. But they are magnetic here. And so above my little workstation, I just click it up there and it gives me just enough light to kind of light up the table. And I have 2 of those. So these are real cool. They are rechargeable on USB. And so you can turn them on or off, and you can also make them to be like motion sensitive. They're kind of nice. I like them. Not too expensive. They're pretty cheap. There's stuff on the website. We'll get to that in a minute. You see the ticker down below me, but let me show you. I received this nice card in the mail. It was like for National Customer Service Day or something. And I was supposed to mention, well, I think I got it after the show last week. So this is from Valerie in Florida. She made this nice card for me, so I want to share that with you. Here we go. Whoops, not that one. What happened? Oh, I didn't set up that camera either. Gosh darn it. I usually have this whole table ready to go, and this is my camera number 2. You can use an old phone as a camera, and that's what I'm doing. So we got to get old phone going here, and it should just take a second. Sorry about that. I'm kind of goofing up. Oh, I thought I had everything ready to go, and surprise, surprise, no. Now, everything's good except that camera is not working. So I've hooked it up. Let me close the app. Oh, there it is. It's decided it's going to participate. No, every once in a while this app goes a little bit wonky. So give me 1 second here. But we did have fun at the store day, and I will tell you about that too. So we'll get to the store day here in just a minute. All right, now we've got it. Just a little closing and opening things and shutting things on and off often works. It worked today. So here's the nice card I received again from Valerie in Florida. Let's take a look at that. So thank you. She said thanks on there, and then she wrote a nice little note, and that's one of our little squirrel guys there. I think it's squirrel for you or something like that. So that's a cute card. Thank you, Valerie. What else do we have going on here? I received this. That might not be enough space to show that. What else? Ooh, yeah, well, let's see. No, will that work? No, too close. Okay, let's switch back over to me. Carolyn and Rob, who came to the store, gave me this really nice cup. Awesome. And they had printed on it my favorite Bible verse, Galatians, excuse me, excuse me, Galatians 2:20. If you want to look it up, it's a great verse. Got my name on there and everything, and then it has the Bible verse right on there. So thank you so much. This cup is awesome. I'm going to use it all the time. Fancy, really nice gift. And excuse me. Thank you so much for that. What else? On Saturday, so I guess this will be our store review right now. Eileen brought in a bunch of nice books for us to share with the boys. So they were kind of learning books. Maybe she had used them with her kids. And so there are things like that are questions about how things work and things that we can share with our grandkids. So we're looking forward to that. So thanks for that, Eileen. What else? I want to thank Debbie and Randy. Randy was a great help in the back of the store, helping me set up chairs and also breaking them down. I think I didn't see that part, but he was here helping out. So thank you for doing that. We had, hold on one second. We had a lot of fun on Saturday. We cleaned out the back of the warehouse, and Stephanie did her demo back there, and we just got to hang out and visit with everybody. Hi to Frank and Sharon. They came from far away. They were from Oregon, and then we had friends from Washington, and then everybody else, I think, was pretty much Southern California. But it was a fun day. We live stream. I hope you were able to catch that, and we showed some of the new items. So leaning into that, the store day again was fun. We had a good time. I was tired when it was done because I'm the one who has to pretty much get the store going and the warehouse area. And then after we do the whole day, I got to reorganize and bring everything back in and put it back how it was. So it was quite a day, but it was worth it. It was fun. Someday you'll have to come check it out. Come and visit with us, okay? We would love to have you. Probably the next store day will be like spring, the big store days when Stephanie comes in on a Saturday, probably April or May. So start thinking about that, okay? A little ways away, but that's about 6 months or so. We should have some fun. So I went through that. Let's talk about the stuff down below on the website, okay? If you were here at the store day, we introduced a new color. Let me see if I can find some information here. 1 second. Media, where we go, we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to add this. Here we go. On the website, new items are on the website, okay? So make sure you check it out. This color is lipstick. It's called lipstick. We have cardstock, and I think it's going to be great we have holidays coming up, Christmas. Good color for Christmas, okay? There's the cardstock. We also added, we have the wool felt. Get a couple sheets there. That's on the website. And then our ink pad set. You get a regular set and a mini with a refill. Okay, that's all on the website. We brought that in. Then we have this new kit. Now, this kit is this Holiday Vibes kit, which is all these items here. When it comes to you, it'll come in a pink bag like this. On the website, the count is getting low. Okay, the count is getting low on the website. We have been selling a lot of these, but the good news is yesterday I shipped some more to Utah. So if they happen to run out today, tomorrow they're going to get restocked. So you'll see, let me show you on the website here real quick what's going on here. If you are on our website, you would see this, and you'll see the new items on the website. These just came out. These were not at the store, but we have these Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas dies, the turkey wax seal kit, and then this is the Holiday Vibes kit, which is only 14 left. If it is sold out and you still want it, there's going to be a button down here that says notify me when it comes back in stock. Well, it's going to come back in stock in the next couple of days, okay? So if it happens to be sold out when you go to shop, hit that notify me button. It'll let you know when they're back in. Then on the store day, we also introduced this really cool die set, and I know it's been selling really good on the website, but I have a couple samples to show you for that. So that is all on the website. New items in the last couple days that you might have missed. I do have some card samples to show here for you. But before I do that, I want to show you the Holiday Vibes kit. This is what you get. All right. So starting off, if you have not seen this, you might want to check it out. Stephanie introduced this at the store day. This is the Holiday Vibes kit. You're going to get these cool stickers right here. Let's see if I can back that up a little bit. Stickers. And then it does come with two paper pads. So you're going to be stocked up. It's going to be great for Christmas card making. All right. There are so many patterns there. Actually, let's take a look at them and see what's on the inside. See if I can flip this through. All these cool patterns are going to be in here for Christmas card making. It's just right. Holiday cards. You've got trees there, snowflakes, some solids. This is all in. Wow. Let's see if I can flip it that way. All inside that kit. Remember, these are double-sided. Okay. Double-sided. And you get two of them. Two paper pads. Stickers, paper pads. You're going to get the ribbon. And you're going to get the stamp set. And there are a couple other embellishments, which I don't know what I've done with, with them, but they are no longer here. I think I might have. Oh, I found them. They were buried over here on the other part of the desk. I know there's more. So they got separated. I had to take pictures of these items. So you get this nice, cool stamp set. And then, of course, on the website, there's lots of fun ideas. You're going to get some felt cutouts here. You can see there, you're going to get these little pieces inside the kit. That's all there for decorating. You're going to get some cool red bows. Woo, woo, woo. And you get these little red hearts. That will be fun. Beaded hearts, it looks like you'd call those. And then it comes with also these little red dots. This is going to be all great for decorating. You're going to be able to open up this kit, use some die card base you already have, and wow. Then we have, I better not show you. There's a special code on this one, but there is a code where you get a little discount from the Stamps of Life if you want to use it. So an idea card there, and I showed you the stamp set. That's everything. That is the kit. It is going to be great for Christmas cards, okay? For holiday cards, you're going to love that. Let's see what else is going on here. Shelly said she's late, but good afternoon. Great. Who else is here? Karen M. Good from Michigan. Welcome all of you. So we've got those items. Then let me show you. I have the card samples here I want to share with you. Card samples I want to share with you. So these are the card samples from the Holiday Vibes kit. Okay. Lots of good ideas for you. So these sentiments must be on the paper pad. You can do, little tags like that. May your holidays be bright. Season's greetings, friends. So there's an idea for you. Happy holidays. Why is that so close? Seems like it's zoomed in a little bit too much. Happy holidays, this guy says. Season's greetings. We better stay off of that. Good one. And a Slimline happy holidays. So you're mixing, that's a Santa to stamp collection there. And here's the stamp set being used right on the front there. Your little checklist. Fun ideas there. Here's another nice card. This is one of our fold over cards. Great. And yeah, Merry Christmas is right. Merry Christmas is good around here. We like to say Merry Christmas. Peace on earth. And season's greetings. May your holidays be filled with happiness, love, and cheer. Yeah. Whoops. So I hope all of you are looking forward to the Christmas holiday. And it will, gosh, we're like 2 months away? We are 2 months away from that. 2 months away. And so on the fun thing, you have the options. Like this is a fun little checklist. So up at the top, it has, you get to pick. You get to mark it off. Merry Christmas, a season of joy and blessings, a holiday filled with happiness. May all your, and then days be merry and bright, Christmas lights, work. There's all kinds of fun sentiments on there. So you can use it like a full, and I was thinking you could also trim it down. Like you could just use one little segment of this if you wanted on your card. So that's one big stamp, but I think there are ways that you could mask it off and just use a portion of it if you want. So think about that. Okay, think about that. All righty. What else? Oh, this is the, I just showed you there on the website, the new die set that just came out yesterday, which is the Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas. They come together, a combination. All right. And I have a couple card samples here to share with you. Let's show you those. So here it is, Happy Holidays on our Christmas ornament. And then we have this cool one that says Merry Christmas. Whoops. And that is on a coffee cup folded. Whoa, there we go. And that folds up right to the top. That one's on the top. And I think this was a top one as well. So, we do reviews of a lot of folded cards here, and they are awesome. All right. Lots of fun. So you have, with that die set, you get the option, both of them come together. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays all together. You're going to get the word dies, the font, and then the shadow that goes behind it. So I think this will be real popular for this time. It just came out on the website yesterday. Okay. That is it for the website. I talked about the store day. We are getting to the end of the chances to get one of our clubs. Uh-oh. Did I leave something down the hallway? Okay, I'm going to put this little sign up. I'm going to be right back, okay? I left something down the hallway that I got to show you. Give me 1 second. I really will be right back. Almost back. I had this all ready to go, and I don't know how I did it, but I walked right past it when I came back in here to the studio area. All right, where are we? I am right back. See, I told you. Well, first, tomorrow is the last day to get the. I know I'm just rattling there. I don't know why I have so much information this week, but there was a lot going on the last few days. We have the Fold It Club, which is the lantern. We have the lantern Fold It Club. Today and tomorrow are the last days to get it. Today and tomorrow are the last days to get the lantern Fold It Club. So if you want to get it, after this, it goes away and it doesn't get added to our website or anything like this. These are only available in the club, okay? So that die set, stencils, your idea card. There is also the option to add on stamps. That's if you like, but that lantern, you can use it any time of year, and it's really nice for Christmas cards, like wintry cards. You're going to like that one. Okay, so that's the Fold It Club. Ooh, I'm getting a pile of stuff down here, all this different stuff I've been showing you. And then last week, remember, I gave a sneak peek for the card kit that we shipped last Wednesday. If you are in the card kit club, a lot of you have already received this kit. I did a little sneak peek with these guys last week, the little talk bubbles. And I think somebody did not follow my instructions. I don't know who did that, but I said, shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell Stephanie. And then somebody was on the chat with Stephanie during her reveal, and they're, oh, we already saw that. I didn't find out who did that, but you're not, if I show you a sneak peek, you're not allowed to tell Stephanie. Just joking. But it was fun. Sometimes it's hard to keep a secret, right? So if you have received your kit, great. Dawn, hopefully yours gets there real soon. I see Barbara says she has received her kit, and Teresa has received her kit. So let me show you what else is in there. I'll just kind of add the items. It's a real nice kit. And let's switch over. So you're going to get your cards. Ooh, that really takes up the whole. You're going to get all your card stock. It comes in an envelope like this. Now, you're going to get freebies. They might be like this, or they might. Shelly says she received her kit today, but the box was dented. We live in a locked complex and it was left outside the door. Darn. Hopefully it's okay. Check it out, Shelly, and make sure everything's okay. Some of the time things I used to work at UPS and things can get kind of rough. So you're going to get freebies. You might not get these exact ones, okay, but you're going to get 2 freebies. This is an example. A stamp set and a die set were included to everybody. Everybody, okay. Nope, Danielle, no hints about the Fold It Club today because somebody blabbed to Stephanie. You get ribbon, bows. This is all in the card kit. These little silver dots. Some word dies. I think this says you deserve a high five. That's in there. Get this awesome pattern paper pad. You get a lot. Idea card. Okay. And then these cool stickers, critter stickers. So if you like the Peking critters that came out this month, that's going to be in there. Yep, with the freebies. You're welcome, Nicole. And then this is really awesome. An A1 size, and it is a talk bubble. Fold it. You see that is a full Fold It die set included in the kit. Included in the kit. This is right in the kit. A2 card die set in the kit. Comes in your kit. You can open up this kit. If you have glue and your scissors and some adhesive, you're going to be able to make a bunch of cards. You don't even have to have anything else. All right, that is all a part of our October card kit. I do know that there's going to be some more freebies going out in the November card kit. And one of them is going to be a new freebie that we have never done before. So that is going to be something exciting, something a little bit different to look forward to. So that'll be in November. We just got into October, but if you're in the card kit club, we're going to have freebies for at least a couple more months. So make sure you jump in and start getting those. All right, that's it. I've done everything. I've yacked enough. Let's get this show on the road. Let's see. How long does your glue stay usable? That I do not know, Shelly. That is a Stephanie question. And the glue, the Happy Crafters glue, if that's what you're asking about, I'm not sure. You would have to ask Stephanie on that. Let's see. Hi, good morning, Shelby. Let's see. Oh, I never put my name up here. I don't really care to see my name myself, but maybe you guys would want to. Oh, and then the other thing. Watch this. Up in the corner screen, this corner screen, you're going to see this QR code. If you guys have never used a QR code, what you do is I've never been to the Stamps of Life website. This is an easy way to get there. You take your phone and you go to the camera and pretend you're going to take a picture. And when you put it on that little QR code up there, it is going to connect with that little code. And below it's going to say Stamps of Life. Do you want to go to the Stamps of Life? And then you're going to click that button. It's going to take you straight to our website. So the fastest way to get to our website, like if you are using a mobile device, use that QR code, right? Oh, I think it's there on my side. And use that. That'll get you to our website. And then the opposite side, Take Two Tuesday. That's what we're doing here today. And then I was looking for my name, but I didn't quite make it. So let's see, what am I here? Is this working? Yes, Ken at the Stamps of Life. All right, we are moving on. Let's get to our first item today. Our first item is actually a stand-up card die set. We haven't done one of these for a while. And when I was die cutting it, it really made me think of, if you've used a flip it card, and we've done a few of those here before, flip it cards are really easy. And I was thinking, well, this stand-up should be pretty easy. And you know what? I went to do the die cutting, and it really, really is easy. And it's kind of the same idea as a flip it. This one stands up, where a flip it kind of flips this way. A stand up kind of stands this way. But what is good about it is it's one piece that's going to do the whole base of the card, and then you can just fill it in with these panels, and you can get just about any kind of look that you want. And you can keep it simple, or you can just go crazy and decorate it and make it really nice. So again, this is an item that is easy to use for card making. If you want to make easy cards, I highly recommend this one. This is the Elegant Step Up Card Die Set. And you see down there, whoops, down there. No, I don't know where I am. That corner, Elegant Stand Up, June of 2021. June of 2021, this came together. And how I was telling you, look, it comes with a lot of dies, but just a few of them are going to do most of the work. So let me show you here on the website. And I'm going to type in Elegant because I didn't get this ready today. Again, I thought I was all ready to roll this morning, and at least everything was working. Everything that I had on was good, but I missed a few steps. So if you type in Elegant, you're going to find this. Again, it's from June of 2021, so about 4 years ago. And let me show you our website. There it is. So Elegant Stand-Up Card Die Set. Now, what's funny is the packaging actually says, let me show, I don't know if I can show you this here, but the packaging says Elegant Step-Up Card. And when I went to die cut it, I looked at it, I'm all, this is not a step-up card. It's not a step-up card. So somehow we made an error on the packaging. But what you see here on the website, that is correct. Okay, that is correct. That is correct. So you see that. And but here on the packaging, it says Elegant Step Up, but it is a stand-up card. It makes an A2 size card. And what do you get? 25 dies. You get 25 dies. A lot. That's scary, right? You start thinking 25 dies. I can't make a card that complicated. Again, one big die is going to do all the card base. And then you have a couple of dies, maybe 2, 3, 4. Depends how much you want to do to decorate. All right. So it says 25 dies. It's words. What kind of words are in here? Thanks. Take care. What else? I can't read all these. Take care. I think that one's sweet. I can't. Oh, maybe it says what the words are in here. Oh, here we go. Thanks, and then bunch, take care, sweet. Those are all words that are included. And they all have a shower. Not a shower, a shadow. And then you have flowers, borders. You get all the things to decorate your card in here. But again, just a few of them are going to do most of the work. All right. If you want to see the card ideas, you just scroll through it right there. Thanks a bunch. And there's a side view on that. See how they call it a stand-up? Because it has a little lip right here that will cause your card to stand up. You can display it really nicely. Live a colorful life, that says. Thanks a bunch. There's our little penguin. That's when it's flat, just as a regular A2. It has not stood up yet. There he is standing up. Cute one. Sweet, it says. And here's an option. You can stand it sideways and make it into a, what do they call that one? A hidden panel. Look at that. So that is an option that you can do with that one. And there's a basic picture from the front of our die set. There's all the dies you get. Take, sweet, care, thanks a bunch. All those words are included. So lots of different ways you can use that. Now, let me show you the card samples I have here with me. There might be some repeats of what we just saw. There might be some different ones too. So let's get those out. And then next, I will show you just how easy it is to make. And then we're going to do our breakfast quiz. Breakfast quiz is coming up, okay? Breakfast quiz is coming up. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Carolyn. Welcome. It doesn't matter if you're a little bit late. These are recorded, so if there's something that you want to go back and see at the beginning, all you do is when the show is over, You can start back at the beginning, or you can even go back to the beginning right now. You'll be behind what we're actually doing live, but you can go back to the beginning. Like you just hit back to the start and it'll start you at the beginning of the video. I do that a lot. So sometimes I miss what's going on live, but I want to get the whole program of what I'm watching. So you have the option to do that if you're on YouTube. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's check this out. What we've got going on over here. Here is, so when you make the card and it's in your envelope, it looks like that, but you get to stand it up. You are sweet, that says. Little piñata on there. Here's the thanks card I think we saw on the website. So again, it comes in the envelope like that. Your recipient gets to, boom, beautiful. Nice, huh? Let's see what else we got there. Great. And then here is that one that opens up. Take care, it says, and it's got that hidden panel on there. And I think Stephanie has shown in one of her videos how to do that, but it's just the same die, but it's doubled up. Okay, it opens and closes like that. Look at all that space you have. And it folds down just like that into an A2 size card. Rochelle, I'm not sure if there's going to be a lipstick wax coming. I'm not sure. That'll be a question for Stephanie. That will be a question for Stephanie. Here we saw this. So I think these are all ones we saw on the website, Live a Colorful Life. And again, these words are included. Thanks a bunch. And I think those flowers were in there too. So remember what I'm talking about here. Here's the base. This is all one big die here. But then it includes panels that you can fill in here and also that are shaped up there. So see how easy that is. And then our little penguin. And you can make him stand up. Boom. Great. I love this card base. I haven't used one of these for quite some time, so I'm looking forward to die cutting with this one. Let me see. Let me get rid of my name. I've had that up there too long. You know, I'm Ken, and we are here at the Stamps of Life. We're having some fun. It's time to get a little bit of a card going here. Again, I usually don't finish off cards, but I like to show you an idea how easy it is to use. And if you already have this, we want you to use this. This card base would work at Christmas time. Just think you add some Christmas trees, snow, winter scenes. You could put your Santa on there. You could we have the little Jesus manger scene. You can add that to it. So think about different ways, stamps and dies that you already have that you can take and add to the front of this card. That's how you want to think. Think of it that way. How could I use what I have and decorate and make this card even more exciting? Now, I can't find where my name is. Where is it? No, it's not there. Oh, style. I always forget where that is. Okay, we got rid of that. So let's check it out. I have my table lit up now, and we can go over to our workstation. Here we are. So I've got my die cutting machine here. And again, you get all these cool dies. We're going to zoom out a little because that's a little bit too close. A little bit too close. That's about right. And we need a little more light. I feel like this room has the same lighting every time, but the camera doesn't keep the setting. So sometimes I have to adjust the light. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and cut out a card base here. And I think I have some patterns to use as well. Pattern papers to kind of fill in our little spaces here. Oh, this was the trick I use. Maybe you know about this already. I showed you one time. So sometimes these really stick in here, huh? Well, what I've done is I figured out, see there's this tape. There's tape here. And the tape kind of makes the plastic stick down. Well, I don't want to tear it all up. So I've learned I just take a little ruler here, slide it in under there, and usually it comes right out. See, whoosh, just like that. So if you have a nice flat ruler, then your packaging kind of stays nice. Or you can just rip it all up and who cares? No big deal. Maybe you take this card base and you just put it into an envelope, one of your storage envelopes, which is a great idea. Okay, there's my card base. I'm going to go ahead and get these panels ready to go. And let's get that. This will be for one part of the card. And then we have this panel here. It should be interesting. And what else? Let's go ahead and get one of these just for fun. I didn't do one of these yesterday, but we might use that. Oh, I'm going to put all these in my little tray over here so they're ready to go. So with this one, we're going to cut the base. And I kind of have a pastel color to use. So let's go ahead and do that. This is kind of like a really, I don't know what color you would call this, a really light green. It's not mint. It's even lighter than that. It's not one of our normal colors. And we're just going to run that through. I have a slight angle to avoid speed bumps and get a nice smooth cut. So we're doing that. Run that through. And here we go. Awesome. Die cut that. Cuts it, scores it, everything. Here we go. Take this. Fold it on the score line back. You take this. It's already cut. Fold it again. Boom. You grab the little notch right there. Just flip that up just a little bit. And there you have your card base, just like that. Now, it's kind of boring, right? You got to add something to spruce it up a little bit, but that would work just like that. As the card gets heavier, it's going to sit right down into that card base. Maybe I can show you over here, camera 2 real quick, so you can see what we've done. So there's the card base. It comes in your envelope like that. It's going to stand up. It's got that little notch right there that's going to catch it. Boom. You are good to go. Your card base is ready. Now we're going to fill in those panels. Let's do that next. And let's see, I'll set this off here to the side where I can find it. Again, you know, I have a habit of losing things here on my work table. I'm guessing most of you are like me, but I'm sure there's some of you who are got everything all nice and organized and you never lose anything, but that is not me. Let's see, what can we use here for our panels? I have a few options. I have some old scrap stuff like this. Maybe I could use that solid for a spot. What else would work? We're going a little bit birthday here, so let's try this one. See how that comes out there. We can run that through and that'll probably get us a good start. That will get us a good start. So let's try this. This is, do we still have this one? It is the birthday, I think it's Birthday Cat paper pad, I believe. Yeah, Birthday Cat. So if you're looking for it, type in Birthday Cat. It might be sold out. I'm not sure. I'm just using some scraps that I have around here. I know it was on the website like in the last year. And we're just going to tear that out of there. And I'm going to try to figure out how to run both of these through at the same time. I think I could do it. That'll save us a step. We'll trim this down. And that should fit right on there. And then we'll add this right there. All right, that should get us 2 nice panels. And we'll add that to our base that we have already created and see how it looks. Again, I am not a pro when it comes to choosing colors, what colors will work together, what won't. So you never know when you put cards together with me exactly how it's going to turn out in the end, but I'm just trying to give you the general idea. This is how easy it is to make one of the cards. You might go, Ken, that was a terrible selection of colors. Or you might go, wow, that really works. I didn't expect it to. You just never know. You never know. Now, maybe you are a person who really knows how to get your colors all together. Great. you'll have some really nice cards to look for. So we've cut this and this one here. Oh, we were talking about breakfast, and we're going to do our breakfast quiz. Are you like me? Do you like to eat breakfast any time of the day? Or do you only like to have breakfast food at breakfast time? Now, I could eat waffles at dinner time. I can eat an omelet at lunch. I could eat bacon anytime. So how about you? Breakfast food, do you like to eat it just about any time of the day? Or do you say, nope, breakfast you only can eat in the morning? What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Breakfast any time of the day for you, or just in the morning? No right answer, no wrong answer, but just for fun, jump in the chat and let me know. Are you like me? You can eat breakfast any time of the day? Or, especially like something like breakfast burrito. I could eat that any time of the day. Omelet any time of the day. The bad thing is if I eat pancakes or waffles or any of that kind of stuff, if I eat it and then I'm kind of done. Like I can't continue on the rest of the day. It weighs me down. So those kind of things I probably don't eat like on a work day when I have a lot of work to do, because I'm just going to crash. But yeah, the other stuff is great. I can eat it just about any time of the day. Breakfast food, like some good fried potatoes, yum, any time of the day. All right, we have some adhesive here. We're going to add this panel first. And this is a real nice roller. We're going to go ahead and add that to the front of our card. So let me know again in the chat. Do you like to eat breakfast any time of the day, or nope, it just has to be in the morning? Let us know. Let us know, just for fun. So there we have one panel, just like that, just like that. And that will go there. And then if we want to decorate in behind, we can do that as well. Now I have one panel that I'm wondering how I'm going to get that. So we have this here, looking good so far. And that would be the front of our card. To get this piece, we will have to run something through here. Okay, so I missed one. So far, it's looking like that. And let's go ahead and see if we can't find. Let's try to look for that color again and see if we can find it. Is that the same? Ooh, that might be a little bit different. A little bit different. Let's see what else is in here. Well, let's just use this just for fun. It will still work out. We got to do one more panel, and then we want to add an extra layer. We're supposed to do that. So this will go, we're going to just cut right there. We just need this one little panel. Oops. How are we going to do that? Let's try it over there. I can't figure out how to do that without, I think we're going to have to run it through twice, because we want to add this center piece, which will layer right in there. That will look good. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's continue on. I forgot I needed that straight panel, but it's easy, not hard to do. So I've just taken the large die again, and I just want it to cut the very front base area. So we can use that. And I think that will work around the notch. We'll see. We'll see. Not 100% confident on this part, but we'll give it a try. Trial and error. If it doesn't work out right, we'll figure it out. Again, this is a really easy die set to work with. You've already seen I've done 3 dies through the machine, and I have a nice looking card on the way. Very, very easy. So let's try and see what happens here. So that cuts that out. Now it does have the notch in there. Is that good or bad? Let's see what happens. But we could actually fold that down and use this here. That would go right there. And then our notch would be there. So that's good. That will work. And let's go ahead and add that. There are stripes on the back of this, but we're just using the solid part. And we're going to add that on there. All right, there's my card base so far. Now, of course, you'd want to decorate this or have some sentiments or words, but We're just getting to the base of the card, and then we're going to add a little something here. And it'd be nice to have a light color, so if we wanted to stamp some words or something on that, we could. And we better stay with the same kind of group here of papers, and we're looking for something solid. That's a little bit too dark, but we could use it. But let's see if there's something a little bit lighter, just because we're thinking, we might want to stamp on this or add some sentiment. The purple, maybe that pink is going to be the lightest. How will that look? So here we are. This would be what the card looks like as we open it, and we need something there in the center. Yeah, it looks like my best option. Well, you know what? I'm just going to go outside the box here and just get a piece of white cardstock. I don't have to use something from that pattern paper pad. I could, but I'm looking for something a little bit lighter in color, and white would be the best. So let's go ahead and do that. Got that. We're going to put these over here. Got the little die that kind of will fill in that spot that we want to use for a sentiment. And again, remember, this comes with some words already. It does come with some words in the die set that you might want to use. Let me remind you again, it has thanks, it has take care. These are probably upside down to you, or it has thanks a bunch, sweet. A lot of these words are here. You could just die cut these words and fit them right on the front of the card. Okay, let's continue on. Finish up this card, and then we're going to do our breakfast quiz. All right, since we were talking breakfast, we're going to do our breakfast quiz. I think some of these answers are easy, but there might be a couple tough ones. So I'm predicting we're gonna get a high score today. All right, that's what we cut out. It's not like one of those. If you can get these all right, you're as smart as an 8th grader, and then when you try to do it, I think we got an F, so we weren't even as smart as an 8th grader, something like that. You know, they say it's going to be easy, but it's really not. All right, there is our white. And this would be nice. You could do some shading on here if you wanted. But at least gives us the option that if we wanted to stamp something on here, you'd be able to see it. We're just going to take that, and then that just layers on just like that. Boom. There we are. Again, you're going to decorate, but look, the card is all ready to go. It's ready for you to add your words right there. We've got some decoration using the pattern paper. We've done some solids. These colors kind of connect together and all kind of ties together. Pretty easy. That is the Stamps of Life Elegant Stand-Up. Remember how easy I said it was to make? Now fold it. You kind of think of it folds this way. Well, this is an A2 card. It's the same idea. It's all die cut and scored. We folded it on the score line. You made it so this just flips back. It's got that notch to hold it in place. So easy, so easy. Hope you guys like that one. And all our stand-ups, they work the same way. They might come with a lot of dies. You might go, oh, there's so many dies there. But look, just a few of the dies do almost all of the work. A lot of the other dies are just for decoration. Again, let me show you. So again, these were our samples. So see, we just put white here, but you can layer it like this. Have these nice borders. They've added a pattern paper in behind there. The words are right there. You don't even have to stamp. What else do we have? Our penguin. So thinking outside the box. The penguin doesn't come with the set, but if you have a penguin, if you have a frog, you have a lion, whatever you have, Santa, you can add it all to the front of your card. There it is. Again, layer. You're layering those centerpiece dies there. Thanks a bunch. Here's an example. We got to the point where we had this white. Layer it, gives it a little more interest. Stamp your words in there. Here's that cool one. Take care. Take care. And there's the one we made. Oh, and our last one, our little piñata. You are sweet, it says. You are sweet. Okay, the Elegant Stand-Up. Hope you guys like that one. I think it's a nice set. Whoop. It was even easier than I thought it was going to be. So we had some fun with that one. Very, very nice. Okay, next up, let's see, what did our answers have? Janet says breakfast anytime. Alfie says, yep, eggs Benedict. Yeah, those eggs Benedict are pretty good. Bacon goes with breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Yeah, says Alfie. Linda says breakfast any time of the day. Yep. Jean says she doesn't eat till 2 p.m. or so, but I can eat breakfast for dinner too. Yes, that's how I am too. We used to have that sometimes. Breakfast for dinner at our house. We'd make French toast and bacon or something like that when the kids were around. My dad ate pancakes every day, Shelley says. He said they stuck to his ribs. Alfie said, yep, breakfast burrito anytime. And yeah, so that is great. Anytime, just about everybody's anytime. That's good. That is good. You guys are with me. You're on my team. Breakfast all day, any day. And there's always like a good variety of breakfast items too. You can go sweet or you can go spicy, like put some salsa on your omelet or your breakfast burrito, right? Those are great options. Okay, let's find our quiz. We're going to do this quiz together. You definitely will need your help. 26 questions, okay? 26. Whee. We don't want this to take too long, so let's see if we can get through all 26. 26 questions. Again, some of them are easy. If it's a real easy one, I might just answer it myself, but I need your help in the chat. So in the comment section below, make sure you answer, okay? Especially if it's one that I am stuck on, because there is possible that there are some that I do not know. So let's go ahead and get our quiz started here. I'm going to add this to the screen so you can see it. Give me whoops. Hey, why? You're not even seeing me. Sorry. I'm on camera too. There we are. Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yes. Sorry, upstairs hobby room. Yeah. I did change the camera. Okay. What are we? Oh, I was trying to add the other screen. I apologize for that. Goof up. I thought I was on the right screen. See, I can see my camera and it has a video screen of myself. So if I can see myself, I assume you guys can see me too, but I guess it doesn't really work that way. Okay, again, that elegant stand-up was from June of 2021. If you have it, you want to use it. If you don't, you can get it on the Stamps of Life website. You're going to be able to use this kind of card base all the time, anytime, okay? All the time, anytime. And we're going to add our screen so you can see, and here we go. For fun breakfast quiz. All right, you should be able to see that now, I think. Yeah. And I'll scroll down. You guys answer in the question section or the comment section, and we'll try to see how many we get right here. Okay, our first question is, which breakfast food is traditionally made by pouring, see, some of these are easy, by pouring batter onto a hot griddle in circular shapes? Easy, right? See, some of them I can get. Yeah, pancakes. All right. Maybe they're just going to start off easy, or maybe it's all easy. We'll find out. We will find out. Oh, I can't quite get the screen to move over. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, number 2, which fruit often used to add natural sweetness and a creamy texture is commonly sliced and served on top of classic oatmeal? Is it grape, bananas, peach, or apple? My guess is the one that starts with the B. What do you guys guess? Everybody's saying B. Yeah, let's go B. Banana. Correct. Snap, Crackle, Pop is a slogan for which breakfast cereal brand? Is it Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Rice Krispies, or Cheerios? Now, I think, sadly, I've eaten all of those cereals, but which one says Snap, Crackle, and Pop? Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Rice Krispies, yes. Rice Krispies, 3 for 3. Which spread is made from ground roasted peanuts and is popular on toast? See, some of these are easy. Peanut butter. Okay. What type of bread? Okay, here we go. This is more tricky. What type of bread is commonly used to make eggs Benedict? Can somebody help me out with that one? Can somebody help me out with that one? What kind of bread do they use for eggs Benedict? Is it croissant, brioche, bagel, English muffin? I bet you could use all of these, but what is the most common one? What is the most common one? Upstairs hobby room says English muffin. Lisa says English muffin. All right. That's enough for me. Karen says, let's go. Yes. We haven't got any wrong yet. Which breakfast food has a slogan claiming it's the breakfast of champions? Uh-oh, getting trickier now. Is it cornflakes, shredded wheat, Cheerios, or Wheaties? Which one is it? Wheaties, says Gene. Breakfast of champions. Yes, Paula says Wheaties. Yes. 7. Which golden syrup coated breakfast item is made by frying slices of egg-soaked bread? Not hash browns, pancakes, French toast, waffles. Soak the bread in eggs and then you grill it, you fry it. French toast, yeah, French toast. French toast. Which common dairy product is often added to scrambled eggs for a creamier texture? Is it buttermilk? Yogurt? I know what I use. Buttermilk. I lost the question, sorry. Sorry about that. Whoops. Number 9. Sorry. This screen is going crazy. What is going on? Hey. Sorry, we're all out of order here. Let me go back. My computer's just doing its own thing right now. Number 9. What do we get? What do you add to eggs to make them creamier? Buttermilk, yogurt, milk, or sour cream? I say milk. Barbara says milk. Sylvie says buttermilk. I think you could do buttermilk, but I think it's milk. Do we have any other guesses? Just Sylvie, me, and Barbara. Yeah, I use butter. Yeah, I use butter too. I'm going to say milk. Yes, but I think you could use some of those other ones. Which company uses the slogan, "They're great" for its breakfast cereal? Frosted Flakes, Special K, Cheerios, or Cocoa Puffs? Which one is it? They're great. Frosted Flakes, yeah. You know what? I even eat Frosted Flakes without milk. I'll just eat them dry sometime. Yum. We're perfect so far. Which breakfast cereal, often containing rolled oats, nuts, seeds, and dried fruit, can be eaten dry with milk or soaked overnight? And now this one I do not know. Is it overnight oats, porridge, muesli? I don't know that one. Or grits? Which breakfast cereal, often containing rolled oats? Does anybody know this one? Ooh, you guys are helping me. The muesli? Okay, I'm going to guess that one because you guys are guessing, but I don't know. Yeah. The pastry known as wienerbrød in Denmark, often filled with fruit or cheese, is commonly referred to by what name in English-speaking countries? So it's some kind of pastry. It has fruit or cheese in it. Is it a baguette, a scone, a Danish, or a muffin? Danish, says upstairs hobby room. That's what I think too. Sylvie says Danish. All right, we're going that way. Danish, yes. Which coffee brand is famous for the slogan, "The best part of waking up"? Oh, now I do not know coffee. Which coffee brand is famous for the slogan, "The best part of waking up"? I get rid of that. Is it Nescafe, Maxwell House, Folgers, or Starbucks? Karen says Folgers. The best part of waking up is blank in your cup. Folgers, good. Yes. Which common American breakfast side dish is made from shredded potatoes, pressed into patties, or left loose? I know this one, hash browns. Yeah. Are we on 14? Yeah, 14. Oh, sorry, this scroll thing is just going crazy. Let me get back to 14. Hang on. Number 14, where are you? There is. A traditional full English breakfast often includes which type of pudding? English breakfast. Is it sticky toffee pudding, rice pudding, black pudding, or Yorkshire pudding? Has anybody had a full English breakfast? So not American breakfast, but English breakfast. Kathleen says black pudding. Huh. Paul says black pudding. I was going to say Yorkshire, but you guys are saying, yeah, upstairs says no clue. No idea, says Karen. All right, we're going to go with our first couple guesses there. They said, we had a couple people say black. Yes, they were right. Which cereal is advertised? Oh, we already did this one. Why did they double up like that? Gotta Have My Pops is associated with which cereal? Cornflake, Life, Corn Pops, or Apple Jacks? It's got to be Corn Pops, right? Yes. In the slogan, kid tested, mother approved, what cereal is being advertised? This is going way back in time. Lucky Charms, Wheaties, Honey Nut Cheerios, or Kix. It was not the one I thought. Which cereal is kid tested and mother approved? Paul says Kix. That's what I think too, but that's not what I thought at first. I was thinking it was Life, but Life is not on here. What did they say to Life? Mikey, he likes it, right? You remember those commercials? Kix, you're right. Which fruit, when frozen, is commonly used as the primary ingredient to achieve a thick and creamy base in many classic smoothie bowls? Uh-oh. Who knows their smoothie bowls? I don't know this. Which fruit, when frozen, is commonly used as the primary ingredient to achieve a thick and creamy base in many classic smoothie bowls? You guys are saying bananas? Is everybody saying bananas? Okay. I'm not 100% sure about this one. Yes, you guys are right. What is the main ingredient in traditional grits, a staple of breakfast food in the southern United States? Is it rice, oats, corn, or wheat? I don't know this one. Who can help me? What do they make grits out of? I'm thinking it's corn, but let me know. Karen says corn. Corn. Upstairs says corn. Okay, we're going with corn. We got a few corn guesses. Yes. Have we missed any yet? I don't think we've missed any. Which fast food chain popularized, that was a hard word for me to say, the phrase have it your way in relation to breakfast sandwiches? McDonald's, Wendy's, Subway, or Burger King? Have it your way. Fast food chain that says have it your way. Paula says Burger King. Catherine says Sylvia. Everybody says Burger King. All right. Got it. Number 21. Which breakfast cereal features colorful marshmallows, shapes, and the slogan, they're magically delicious? I know that one. Lucky Charms. Stephanie likes Lucky Charms, you guys. A Spanish omelet is also known by what name? Ooh. This is a good one. Souffle, quiche, frittata, or tortilla? It's not tortilla. Which one is it? A Spanish omelet is also known by what name? Spanish omelet. Souffle, quiche, frittata. Who knows this one? Spanish omelet. Spanish omelet. I'm guessing it's frittata, but does anybody out there know? Spanish omelet is also known by what name? Sylvie says frittata. Anybody else to back us up? Back me and Sylvie up. Kathleen says frittata. It's not tortilla. C, says Rochelle. Okay, we're going with, what? Did I click the wrong button? That can't be right. Somebody Google that for us. What was that question? Hey, I lost my place. We just got one wrong. Somebody Google that for us. We guessed frittata, and it says it was tortilla. Somebody Google that for us to see if that's real. I don't believe that one. Which breakfast spread, popular at breakfast, is made by boiling various non-citrus fruits with sugar? Hummus, butter, marmalade, or jam? Yeah, that one can't be right. It's got to be frittata. Somebody Google what is a Spanish omelet called. Does it say frittata? Let me know if you Googled it, if you checked it. Jam? Okay, jam. Oh, yeah, jam. Ooh, they almost made me click on the wrong. Which iconic toaster pastry is marketed with the slogan, Crazy Good? Oh, wow. I do not know Crazy Good. Does anybody know Crazy Good? Which iconic toaster pastry is marketed with the slogan, Crazy Good? Is it Pop-Tarts, toaster strudel, Eggo waffles, or bagel bites? Crazy good. Has anybody heard of that one? I have no idea. We might really get one wrong. Jean says Pop-Tarts. Janet says Pop-Tarts are the question. Oh, we got a few P's there. Google says tortilla española. Wow. We did get that one wrong. Thanks, Karen. So we really did get one wrong, and now we're guessing Pop-Tarts. Yes, 25. Which breakfast sausage is usually seasoned with sage and often served as small patties? Is it kielbasa, pork sausage, Vienna sausage, or chorizo? Seasoned with sage and often served as small patties. If it's Pop-Tarts, they lie. Yeah, I don't know. Pop-Tarts are, got to have a certain taste for that. Pork sausage, you guys say? All right. Last one. What classic sweet breakfast food is made from batter? We cooked in a patterned iron. Classic sweet breakfast food is made from batter and cooked in a patterned iron. Is it waffle? It's not biscuit, waffle. Yeah, waffle. All right. Great. 25 out of 26. 25 out of 26. That's pretty good. I think that's the best we've ever done on a quiz. 25 out of 26. Way to go. I probably could have got about 20 of those on my own. So you guys helped me out with 5 out of 6. But I think we all got that one. That one was a tricky one. I never heard of a Spanish omelet being called a tortilla. Never. So thanks, everybody. Barbara, you had 3 wrong on your own. Yeah, you would have done better than me. I think I would have got about 20 out of 26 right. So very good. Hey, we found our niche. If it's breakfast, good. We can do good at that one. We're good at breakfast stuff. All right, let's get rid of that. Back to some serious stuff here. All right, that was a little bit of fun. And we got our breakfast quiz done. We're going to check out this next die set. Now we had a crazy number of dies here before. This one, you only get two dies. Let me show you this. This is the Slimline panel that I was talking about. I already have a base cut, which is good. That'll save us a step. Let me add this here. So this is our Sprinkles Slimline panel die set from June of 2021. June of 2021. Oh, Karen says it also says that frittata is not the same as a Spanish omelet. You know, I was kind of thinking that because I thought like a frittata is more like a casserole or something like that. But I never heard of a tortilla. Tortilla omelet. Okay, this is the Sprinkles Slimline panel. Again, June of 2021 on our website. If you are over there, just type in Sprinkle. Let's see what comes up. Sprinkle. And it's right there at the top. So we'll click on that. And I'll show you what we have on the Stamps of Life website. Whoops, not that one. There we go. And I'm going to jump in there up at the top. So you get a grand total of 2 dies. But look at these cards. Now, when we go to decorate it, our card will look a little bit plain. But when you add to it sentiments like this, the bows, when you layer on some of your designs, it really makes a difference. Now, look, that picture shows just 1 die. But the real die that I have here in my hand, it has 2. It has the outside die and the inside. So it's going to come with 2, I believe. And some more samples. So you really layer on there. It's looking good. And I think there's more Slimline stuff down below. Yep, there's some more Slimline possibilities. Rounded Slimline card die set, and scallop Slimline. So a few different versions. But we're doing the Sprinkles today. And I think we have the same samples here. Upstairs, you should have received the folded lantern by now. They did go out on time. Okay. The folded lantern did go out on time. It was not on time, but it did those were all sent out. The Die Hard set, we are still working on about the last 200. So we've got about 200 more to go on the Die Hard Club for October. Again, remember we had some problems with our stamp manufacturer this month. Hopefully this next month, we're not going to have that problem. The November Fold-It Club is already being packed. I expect it to be on time. That is the goal. All right. So a few of you, your Die Hard Club still has not gone out this month. And I just want to say I totally apologize. This has never happened to us before. I thank you all for all of you who are being patient and gracious towards us. We really appreciate it. And thank you for understanding. This is not something we ever expected to happen. It's just something that's out of our control. Okay, the samples I have here in the studio. Here we go. Again, this is on a Slimline Sprinkles. Slimline Sprinkles. And with Slimline, you get a lot of nice extra space to work with. And they fit in like a regular size envelope. They call it like a business envelope. Here's a different one. Happy birthday. It says sprinkling you with joy. And some donuts are added there. And then our last one, this is also a Slimline, but the direction is changed. I can't hardly fit it all in. Let's see so you can see this is a Slimline, but the vertical direction. And it says happy birthday, and it's got the sprinkles. And this is something, if you layer, it's going to be really nice. It's going to give a little more interest. So layering is good on this. All right, so we have those samples. Let's go ahead and do our own die cutting. Let's switch over to our workstation. We're going to do this, and then we are going to do our good news Bible verse coming up. Oh, and while I'm getting ready to get this going here, do we have, I don't think I've asked this month, do we have any October birthdays out there? Does anybody have an October birthday? If it's your birthday here in October, I want to wish you a happy birthday from the Stamps of Life. If you have a Stamps of Life account, if you're a club member, make sure you log into your account because there is a little birthday surprise for you. So if you're a October birthday, I want to wish all of you happy birthday. Happy birthday if you're an October birthday. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Eleanor is October 27th coming up. So happy birthday to you, Eleanor. And again, check in around your birthday, log into your account and see what's going on there. You might want to do that. Let's see. So I have some ideas here. Now I have already, a while back, Alfie's got a son who has an October birthday. Well, happy birthday to your son. So this is just some samples to use. I've got a layer on this Slimline that I made a while back. One side has a layer on, and then one side is just the basic. So we're going to just do a little die cutting and see what happens. What can we do? So let's see if we went with just basic white, and we'll add that to the side that is just all solid, the dark solid. We'll do a couple cuts here just to give us an idea of what it might look like. And I have an idea to use a pattern paper. Just try it in something different and see what it comes up with. This is a time where we can just play around with stuff. We're not making a card that we're going to mail out to somebody. There's no pressure or anything like that. So we're just seeing kind of how these dies work together, how easy they are, some challenges we might come across. That's kind of the point of what we are doing here. So I think this will be helpful to people who maybe you're like me, you're kind of new to card making, but you're interested in doing it. And some of the time it's easier to learn from other people's mistakes and less costly, right? Here I have a ton of extra card stock and that kind of stuff around here that we can play around with. If it doesn't come out right, no big deal. It's no big deal. Just kind of trial and error. So here we did our first die cut, and you're going to get all these chads. Look at all that. Woo! So you just kind of can flick it, and they're all going to just pop out of there really easy. I have this little die brush, and that will get rid of most of them quickly. We'll run that through there. And then we're going to go ahead and add this to our Slimline base that I just showed you there. So this is just white. Of course, if we did some shading on it or something like that, it would make it much more interesting. But we're just going to put this plain old white on top of a solid, just like that. So just like that, you could have that kind of a fun background. Now, let's go ahead and tape this down. I need some scratch paper here. And like I said, I got a lot around here. If you guys ever come to the store and you need some scratch paper, just ask me. I'll be glad to give you some. I have so much here, more than I'm ever going to use. So you can always ask me, hey, Ken, can I borrow, not even borrow, could I just get some of that scrap paper that you have? I'll be glad to share some with you. Just remind me that I said that. Because I might, when you first ask me, I might give you like a look like, what are you talking about? And then, oh yeah, then I'll figure it out. So there we go. So if you just want to go something basic like that, it's like your red, white, and blue. Oh, look, boom. Just like that. It really looks nice. So quick, huh? And here's some different colors that are not, the blue and the green might not look so great together, but look, birthday right on the front. Then you're just going to decorate and add some of your extra bling or whatever kind of fun stuff you have, you can decorate your card with, but you got a birthday card just like that. Okay. Now I don't know if I put enough adhesive on here, so I'm going to really press this down and make sure that stays. So let's flip that over for now. Let's see what we can make for this side. So we've kind of got this light blue. I was looking for some kind of pattern. I don't know if this will work, but this might be a little bit different. Now I did another white yesterday, so we're going to use that white again, but I'm going to go ahead and take this sheet, and I'm not sure how it's going to come out, but we're just going to try it. This is going to be not long enough for our panel, so we're only going to be able to cut out about this much. All right, but let's see what happens. Let's give it one more. We don't need that. One more run through the machine and see what we get. Again, we're just kind of doing a little bit of experiment here today to see what happens. Do we have any other birthdays there? Happy birthday. Oh, we had Eleanor, Alfie's son, and then everybody else is just saying happy birthday wishes. Awesome. Well, it is special for you, Eleanor. You're the only one with an October birthday. So there you go. The only one on the show today. If you are watching again later and it's your birthday, make sure you add in the comment section below that it is my birthday in October, and we'll wish you a happy birthday as well. All right, we've got our dies and we've got our 2 plates, and we're going to try to run this through. And it's definitely going to die cut and it's going to fit, but how will it look? That part we don't know. That part we don't know. Because it's not going to fill the whole card, but it might look interesting. So let's give it a try. And you could probably use any kind of pattern paper here behind. I wouldn't use like one where you're using characters or something like that. That wouldn't look good. But just like random colors, random patterns, it might work out well. So we're going to give it a try. See what we got. Good. Okay, so we've kind of got those dots there. And the other thing I could have done is not even die cut it with a panel. That might have been a good idea as well. Let's see when we layer this, if this is going to show through very much. We want the colors to come through. So we don't want to, oh, there we go. So if we line it up kind of like that, if we line it up too much, it might be just, oh, that looks kind of good. All right, let's give that a try. We're going to give that a try. So I am going to, that goes about right there. I think I would have been better off not running it through the machine because it took away some of the color. So it's not the end of the world, but I don't think it's going to be as nice as I hoped it was going to be. But again, learn from my mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. Let's go ahead and get some adhesive on here. Whoops. Whoa. That is kind of getting aggressive on there. What's going on? Slow. No, let's kind of turn that. There we go. Just pressing a little bit too hard. All right, we've got that on there. We're going to got to make sure we do this right, or else we're going to lose a lot of our colors, and we don't want to do that. So let's go ahead and try to line this up. So I should have put some adhesive on this side too. Oh, darn it. Okay, we got that. Let's go ahead and let's put some adhesive on here. We won't do a lot. Kind of want some of those chads to stay in there. All right. All right, let's do our best here. Okay, we're not missing. Most of the colors are coming through there. And then let's see, what are we going to do next? Okay, then we're going to try to layer this on top of here. And we'll have the extra colors. I expected that on the sides, which is fine. It gives it a dip. Not bad. It's looking better than I thought. So let me kind of score this down and show you what we got here. Make sure it all sticks together. Okay, so here's kind of my background. Now you see some of the designers, they went ahead and they shaded their cardstock behind, which is probably the best way to go. But I was just trying to mess around and see what we would kind of look we would get with using pattern paper. But you see how they've kind of blended, added some color in there behind on the sheet that's there behind. Same thing on this one. That looks much better than mine. But here we have ours. And we didn't have to do any shading. You kind of want to make sure that little extra part is not coming on the side. Then, let's say if we were going thanks card, still looks pretty good. Those different colors on the edge, it kind of gives a little bit of that blended look. And maybe we're going birthday. That kind of works. Do I have any other sentiments over there? I think that's the only sentiments I have. But say if it was birthday and I wanted to, I could add some fruit over there on the side. Maybe it was a summer birthday, or maybe you have, maybe it's for a little girl or something who likes princess stuff. You can go like that. Not bad. Not bad. Not as good as I expected, but I think I should have just left that pattern paper just as it was. I should not have run it through the machine. Why? We would have got more of the colors showing through there. Some of it is coming through, but I think not enough. So there's some options with the sprinkles die set, sprinkles panel die set. You could give it a try. I think you might like it. Again, here's blended version. Here's Ken's version using the pattern. You can see how it gets a little bit too white there in the center because I lost some of the colors when I ran it through the die cut machine. But hey, I tried. I hope that helps you. Maybe it helps you think of something better you could do. That would be the best. You come up with your own idea that is even better than Ken's, right? That would be the idea. That would be the idea. You come up with something that's even better. All right, if you are still with me, we had fun today. Thanks for joining me. We are going to wrap it up here. If you have your Bible, and today I'm using the Bible app on my iPad today. If you have an iPad, a phone, if you have a regular Bible, awesome. Any of these, you can find Bibles on a computer. I have a big computer right here, and all I have to do is type in like Gateway Bible or Blue Letter Bible. It's all free. And you can access it and you can learn so much and you can have God speak to you. It's all available. You don't even have to spend any money or anything. It's really great how when I was a kid, Bibles you had to have a physical one, which I think that's best. You can mark it and highlight it and all that stuff. But there's lots of different options today, which society is changing and things are different. So it's nice to have technology that can get us that. So if you are reading with us, we are in 1 Corinthians, which is in the New Testament. So if you were to go to the New Testament, there's like Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, there's a couple more books, and then you get to Corinthians, and there's 2 letters to them. Now, the letter is from Paul. He was an apostle, a follower of Jesus, and he went about establishing churches, and he would go back and teach them, and then sometimes he'd write letters to them. Well, the church in the city called Corinth was kind of a goofy church. They had a lot of problems. Kind of sounds like the church nowadays too, right? We have problems in the church, but this one was especially a problem. They lived in a really kind of crazy area called Corinth, and think of Corinth, it was kind of like Las Vegas today. A lot of crazy stuff going on and a lot of things that you could get in trouble with. You could do okay there, but there would be a lot of temptation to get in trouble. So that's what Corinth was with. They had a lot of problems. And so Paul was trying to write this letter to them, helping them to get things figured out. But he came to this point in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, and I'll pop the verse up there for you. It is verse 19. And let me find that on our screen. And here we go. So he's writing to them, and he's talking about sharing Jesus with other people and how important it was to him to do that. And so Paul wrote, "For though I am free from all," now they add the word men, that's in italics, but I think it is kind of, so "for though I am free from all people," and this is why, because the next part there's, "I have made myself a servant to all that I might win the more." So Paul said, hey, we are free, but we should make ourselves servants of other people. So other than living to bring glory to God, I think that is the main design that God has created us for. Why we are here on earth is to bring glory to him. The most important reason next to that we're still here is to share the gospel. The gospel is what? The good news of Jesus Christ. That is the gospel. We're to share it with the people of this world so that they could be one. What does that mean? To be one is that they would believe in Jesus, excuse me, they would receive salvation, and then they would have a place in God's kingdom. So that's what we want. We want people to be one. We want people to know about the Lord. We want people to know that God loves them. That is what we should be doing. So now Paul said he was free, and for the people in Corinth, there would be things trying to, the context is kind of, he was free from all people, no person controlled him. There's also outside forces that can kind of try to control us, like maybe society or sinful practices around us, or it could be even our own sinful nature that tries to control us. But you know what? When we put our faith in Jesus, we are free from all of those things. There is nothing that can keep us or separate us from God's love. Now, we might face some challenges in life where we feel like something is pulling us away from God or something is overwhelming us. But the truth is, if we call upon the Lord, if we ask him for help in the areas that are maybe challenging for us, nothing can separate us from God's love. Nothing can pull us away from his love. Nothing can enslave us. Nothing can cause us to lose our freedom. So we have to know that if there's anything like that in your life or my life, we just need to ask God for help in that area of our life, because there's nothing that is greater than God's power. I mean, God is powerful. And if he is living within you and he's living with me, then we have God's power to do whatever he calls us to do. All right. So that is real important to know. So we are free, but Paul says that he chose to make himself a servant. And then we go, well, why would he do that? And he said, because I want to win souls. Paul was thinking not just temporary here, but Paul was thinking eternally. And he was interested in these people and not just their welfare here on earth, but he was thinking about their destination, their relationship with God, and then on into eternity. And wouldn't that be an exciting thing, that if we shared God's love with people, that we might one day see them in heaven and we would be spending all of eternity with them? Wouldn't that be exciting? That would be really exciting. So we want to have that on our hearts. Let's look again at this verse. So we want to win the more, it says. So if you read on, if you continue reading on past that, for though I am free from all men, I have made myself a servant to all that I might win the more. Then Paul goes on. If you have your Bible, you can read this with me, but I'll read it to you. What did Paul say? He said, after that verse that we just read, the very next verse, and to the Jews, the Jewish people, I became as a Jewish person that I might win Jews. To those who are under the law, as under the law, that I might win those who are under the law. To those who are without law, as without law, not being without law toward God, but under law toward Christ, that I might win those who are without law. To the weak I became as weak, that I might win the weak. I have become all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. Now this I do for the gospel's sake, that I may be partaker of it with you. So Paul knew that he was to have a heart and a concern for people and a care for them, and he did have that. And so for us, there are lots of people around us, right? Let's look around. And Paul said he was connecting with Jewish people. He was connecting with people who were not Jewish. He was connecting with people who were under the law. Maybe they had a religious background. He was reaching out to people like here in Corinth who didn't know that much about religion or about following Jesus or having a relationship with God. But the key was that Paul was looking for ways that he could reach all types of people. That's what we should be doing too. We all, and nowadays and now times, we are always noticing the differences between us and other people, right? Well, we got to get beyond that. Let's start looking for the similarities between us, the things we have in common, the ways that we can build bridges, the way we can reach out to people with God's love. That is our responsibility. So maybe the people who are around us are different than us, or maybe they're a lot different from us, or just a little bit. Our job is to find ways that we can connect with these people. Look for things you have in common with people and start to build on that. Forget about the things that are different. Because the big thing is, remember, the things here on earth, they're not that important. So if we have differences with people, different politics, some different beliefs, different ways we live, maybe one person is wealthy and one person is poor, maybe a person has a nice home or lives a luxurious life, maybe another person doesn't. None of those things really matter in God's eyes or in God's kingdom. They're temporary things. But let's find the things that we can connect with people on, that we can have some agreement with, that we can share. And then we can start to build the bridges. We can start to build the relationships. We can start to have friendships. We can share God's love with people. And then, like Paul says, hopefully we can win them for Jesus. Now, is it our responsibility if somebody puts their faith in Jesus? No, it is ultimately up to them. But let's do our part by showing people that God loves them. You know, I've heard that a lot of people have still not heard about Jesus. They don't know that God loves them. Maybe they're on the opposite side. They think God is against them and God wants to judge them and they're in trouble with God, or, you know, how we get these concepts. And that's what a lot of people think. That's what they've been told or learned. They just haven't heard the truth yet. So it's up to us, people like you and people like me, to go out and share God's love, share the gospel, share the good news by building on things that we can have in common with people. And that means we have to serve them and we have to love them. And we have to be the ones to go ahead and step out and make the extra effort. We want to see people saved. We want to have people know the Lord. We want to have them ask God into their lives and have their lives changed and transformed. So Paul had that kind of attitude. And I hope that you would want to have that kind of attitude too. And if we don't have that care or that concern for other people, then something is kind of off in our relationship with the Lord, because I always go back to the things that Jesus said we should do. One, we should love God, and two, we should love people. So if we're doing those things, we're going to care about them. We're going to reach out to them. We're going to build those connections. We're going to connect those bridges. We're going to find ways to get closer to people. And the things that separate us from people, divide us from people, we're just going to let those things go. We're just not going to worry about them. We're not going to focus on them. All right. So I hope you can have that kind of heart. I want to have that kind of heart. And let's ask God to help us, all right? God will help us. He cares about every single person. The nicest, kindest person, excuse me, and the most difficult, weird, goofy person, God loves them all right? And I hope you know that God loves you too, all right? He really does. Okay, that is it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a great time. I had fun hanging out with you guys. Oh, we went a little bit long, but we had a good time. And that quiz did take a little bit of time. And I had a lot of stuff to talk to you about from the last weekend, but I think overall we had fun. Thanks for helping me out with the quiz. I'm going to go back to work. I did not mention on Crafting Corner this Thursday night, the Fold It Club will be revealed. Now, I didn't get to share any of the sneak peeks with you. No sneak peeks today, but Thursday night, the ultimate sneak peek will come out. Stephanie's going to do the reveal for the November Fold It Club. So if you're in the club, you'll want to see that. And if you've been thinking about it, you're going to want to join, see all the fun stuff you can get. So that will be on during the Crafting Corner on Thursday. That is it. I want all of you to have a wonderful day, and then I will see you next week for Take Two Tuesday. This is 92, so next week we will be 93. We will be on episode 93. All right, I'm going to get back to work. Whatever you're up to today, go out and have some fun. Go out and find some ways to connect with people. Maybe you could use card making, something you really love. Maybe you could share that with somebody. Maybe you might find out that they're interested in crafting, or maybe it's just something in common you have read, or maybe something you're interested. Just look for anything that you can connect with people. Find out what's going on in other people's lives and ways you can connect with them and ways that you can share God's love with them too, all right? I know that is what the Lord would want us to do. All right, I will see you next week. Bye-bye.